Varsha, and today we're going to be continuing our Father's Day website part 2. Now, you cannot find it here, but I'll click public and I would just get my website and I would view it in editor. Now you can see that this is the result we're going to have on our website. I'm going to delete everything because this is the whole point of making it. Yeah. And don't worry, it's not going to take long. Now we're going to create a div with a class of W3 container and W3 padding 32, and we're going to set it to ID cards. So now that we've done that, it's time to actually add things in it. And now we're going to add an H tree inside of this. And now we're going to give it the classes of W3 border bottom, W3 border light gray, and W3 padding 16. All of these words should be separated with dashes, and you have to leave a space for each class. Now let's save. When we click on cards, you get redirected to a pretty much empty thing because we have not kept any text, and close the H3 tag. Now I'm going to type in a text named cards. I'm going to click save. Now you can see that we have this cards title over here, which is just an H3, which is heading free if you didn't know. Now, right after the closing div, we're going to add another class. It's div. And now we're going to give it the classes of W3 row padding. Now we're going to close the div, which is here. And inside the div, we're going to add another div, which is in a column. Now that we got this, we can just close it now. Now we're going to add another div inside it, which is W3 display container. Now that you have this, we're going to add another div, and this last div inside a div and stuff. And now we're going to add a div with text inside it. Let's click save. And now you can see the word the number 2021, which is the year. And then now we're going to add actually a picture of a father. I'm going to get the image. It's going to be right below the 2021 div. Yeah, I like more detailed alts. Even then, I don't understand it, but I like more detail. Now, if what is the image for Father's Day? Yeah. Now, if you just got three closing div classes like I did, You're going to have another div closing tab. Much better. Now when we click the card section, you can see this. Now maybe it's time to create the wishes section. Am I right? Yeah. Now you have a div class with W3 container and W3 padding 32, and there's going to be the ID of wishes, which would make it down over here. Now let's close the div, and now let's add contents inside it. Now that we have our perfect div, now we have to add contents inside it, just like I said. We're going to click wishes, and we get redirected to the heading, and they should have the same classes like how cards did. Just under the head string, we're going to add a paragraph which contains our wish. Now you can see that your wish is right over here. Now you can see that the image which is for cards alters in the size of the preview thing. Like it continuously strings, then grows back again. Now you can see that. Okay, now we're done with the wishes section. If you have more people in your family, you can consider adding another thing which, like, you can consider adding another paragraph under it and ending it with Varsha or whatever your name is, not me. I'm going to click full page view, and now we get codepen.io in full screen. Now if we keep it to this, you can see that I can see the mobile experience. Now we will go back to coding. Now we can delete all of this if you want. I will just do it randomly. Okay, now we are going to continue doing it from the design. Now hang on tight, this is going to be a bit complicated. Because we're going to use iframes like how they did when we saw in full screen mode. And if you don't quite know what iframes is, it is just like a website embedded on another. So if you go to full page view again, and when I go to the source code, which is going to be control and U, I'm going to click line wrap so that it'll be easier to read. Now when you scroll down, you get a text area, blah 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 blah. Now when you go to line 45, you can see an iframe with the ID and the source of your pen, which is going to be the full page, but is going to have another this. So this is a code. And yes. So this is where they get the source to actually show it on this page, which looks similar, but the only difference is that error message which randomly pops up. Then you get the sandboard, it's a full screen, class, and loading. This is the same thing that comes in Canada, loading lazy. I'm going to show you. And if you don't know quite what Canva is, that's what I use to design stuff. Like my videos, stuff like that. Now just after this closing div, we're going to add another div, which is going to be for a design. Now let's close this div. And now we have to add designs all over it. Let's maximize this to full screen. And now I've added another div which has the class of W3 row padding and W3. Now I'm going to close the div again, and inside the second nested div, I'm going to add a H3. Now it's going to say designs and it will have the same classes as it did in the other stuff like the cards and the wishes heading. Now we are going to list out our designs, but we're also going to add columns. So W3 column 13, M6 and W3 margin bottom is what it is. So if you're wondering where we declare all of these CSS style rules, it's because of the link we kept to the W3 schools W3 CSS. Now you can see that our CSS code is empty because of this. Okay, continuing the HTML code. Now we're going to add our design. Now this is going to be our design. And now I've closed the div 2. Let's maybe delete this closing div. And then I'll click save. Now you can see this the designs one, and it contains Happy Father's Day design on Canva. When you click this, it will go to design, and also if you click this, both of them are the same, but the only thing is that you can go to Canva by clicking this. And clicking the link which says Happy Father's Day will just take you to the design as shown. This is the whole design. You can edit, share, full screen, and now you can go to Canva to that. And now let's come back to coding. After closing div, we're going to add another div class, which is for W3 column. Yeah, it's another column. It's going to be L3, M6, and W3 margin bottom. Now we're going to come all the way here and ta-da. Now that you have this basic thing which is going on here, you can predict that you can add your another one which is here, and I'm going to get it. Copy because this is from code from Canva and paste. Now click save, and now let me keep full screen and go to designs, and now I get another design nearby it. Now you can see the design's title is for special father. Now I'm going to go down and start coding again. So after this closing div, I'm going to add another div which is almost has actually has the same classes as the same thing. Yeah. Now let's close the div again. Now that you've got that, it's time to add div, whatever code you got from Canva. I'm going to get the code and get it here. Let's click save again. And when I go down, I can see mine. If you just minimize the screen, you will get it another, like bottom of the designs. And now we need one more design to fill the slot. I'm going to add another div which has the same classes right below the first closing div. Oops, sorry. Now we're going to close that and start writing our design code in it. By now you would get three closing divs which comes over here. Now below all of those divs, and now we're going to add another small image at the end of our website. When we do class WT container and having an image from NDTV, which is online, and I'm going to delete the extra properties. And if you know anything about how to make this image center on a page on all screen sizes, you can comment down below. I'm going to click save, go to designs, and scroll down, then you will get this design, which looks pretty neat, but only on the center on this small screen. Now we're going to add a footer. Now going over here, we're going to add our footer, but first we have to add another closing div. Now we're going to add a footer which will be having the class of W3 center, W3 black and W3 padding 16. It's going to have the paragraph of made by and your name, and also you can add a small for attribute. I'm going to add that. And now I'm going to close the paragraph. I'm going to click save, and when I scroll down to the bottom, you can see that I have this. If I maximize my screen, I have still that. And that's the end of Father's Day video. Stay tuned, subscribe, like, share, and maybe even comment. Stay tuned and bye. See you next time.